Hello friends, in the last video we have seen what is latitude of a line, what is departure of a line, and then we have seen the checks for closed traverse, and then we have seen how to calculate the error in the closed traverse. So now in this video we are going to see how to apply the corrections for the closed traverse if there exists some error. So let us see that. So first, there are two methods to apply the corrections for the closed traverse. First one is the Bowditch rule and second one is the transit rule. Okay, so I told that total error in latitude is sigma L and total error in departure is how much? Sigma D. That is what we have seen in the last video. Okay, so now in this video we are going to see how to apply the corrections for the error you have obtained. Now I told that whenever the error is positive, correction will be negative. So if the error is sigma L, then what will be the correction? The correction for latitudes you have to apply is minus sigma L. And what is the correction for departure you have to apply? That is minus sigma D. Okay, so whatever this minus sigma L and minus sigma D is there, they are the total correction you have to apply for latitude and departure. Okay, that means suppose if 5 lines are there, this sigma L error has to be distributed to all the 5 lines. Now for the distribution you have two methods here. One is the Bowditch rule, another one is the transit rule. So let us see them. First one, Bowditch rule. And as per this Bowditch rule, the linear errors are directly proportional to root L. Okay, whatever the linear errors occurs in the traverse, that will be directly proportional to what? Root L. And angular errors are directly proportional to 1 by root L. Okay, so remember this point carefully, very important point. As per Bowditch rule, linear errors are directly proportional to what? Root L. And angular errors are proportional to what? 1 by root L. Okay, very important this. Then to apply the corrections for latitude of a line, the formula is correction for latitude of a line equal to length of the line divided by perimeter of the traverse. Okay, length of the line divided by perimeter of the traverse. How to calculate the perimeter of the traverse? Suppose you have 5 lines. If you add the length of all the 5 lines, then you will get the perimeter. And already you know the length of the line. So length of the line divided by perimeter of traverse minus sigma of latitudes. Okay, minus sigma of latitudes. So minus sigma L is the total correction you have to distribute. But for each line, how much you have to distribute is length of line divided by perimeter of traverse. Suppose you have 5 lines like this, and here this is your error. Okay, whatever this portion is there, that is your error. Now whatever the error in latitude is there, that has to be distributed for all the sides like this. So in this case, you just take the length of the line divided by the perimeter of this traverse into minus sigma L. That will give us the correction for latitude of the line. Similarly, if you see the correction for departure of the line, it is again length of the line divided by perimeter of traverse into minus sigma D. Okay, so like this we will calculate the correction for departure of the each line. So if 5 lines are there, for each line you have to determine the correction, and that correction you have to apply for the latitude or departure of the line. Okay, so this is the Bowditch rule. Okay, so remember that as per Bowditch rule, linear errors are directly proportional to root L and angular errors are directly proportional to 1 by root L. But if they ask you like as per Bowditch rule, correction for latitude of a line is directly proportional to, then directly you will take it like length of the line. Because whatever that correction is there, it doesn't depend only on linear error, it depends on the angular error also. So remember that the correction for latitude of a line is directly proportional to length of the line. But if they ask you specifically like linear errors are directly proportional to, then it is root L, and angular errors are directly proportional to, then it is 1 by root L. So that's about the Bowditch rule. And the next rule we have is the transit rule. So here this transit rule gives more importance for the angular measurements. Okay, whatever this transit rule is there, that gives the more important for angular measurements. Now as per this rule, correction for latitude of a line is latitude of the line divided by arithmetic sum of latitude. The arithmetic sum of latitude into minus sigma L. Okay, so if you see here, I am saying arithmetic sum of latitude. That means what it is it is a sigma of delta, sigma of mod L. Okay, sigma of mod L. So what is sigma of mod L? That means suppose you have four lines with latitudes like this: minus 100, minus 200, minus 300, and plus 600. Suppose you have the four lines like this with the latitudes. These are the latitude values. Now in this case, if I calculate sigma L, basically what will be sigma L here? 0. But if I take mod sigma L here, then this should be taken as plus 100, plus 200, plus 300, plus 600, like that. Then in that case, what will be mod sigma L here? 1200. So now if you have this case, in this case, sigma of mod L will be 1200. That means arithmetic sum means you should not consider the sign, you should consider only the magnitude. But whatever this sum is there, whatever this sigma is there, that represents the algebraic sum here. So correction for latitude of a line equal to latitude of the line divided by arithmetic sum of the latitude into minus sigma L. That's the formula. Then if you see the correction for departure of a line, it is also similar. That is departure of a line divided by arithmetic sum of departure. When I say arithmetic sum, again you should not consider the sign of the departure. Arithmetic sum of departure into minus sigma d. So using this formula, you will calculate the correction for departure of each line. Okay, so remember that as per the Bowditch rule, correction for latitude of a line is directly proportional to length of the line, and as per transit rule, correction for latitude of the line is directly proportional to what? Latitude of the line. So this is very important. This is the main difference between Bowditch rule and transit rule. What is the difference? As per the Bowditch rule, latitude of correction for latitude of a line is directly proportional to length of the line. As per transit rule, correction for latitude of the line is directly proportional to latitude of the line. Okay, that's the thing. Then next concept here is missing measurements. So what is this missing measurements is, in the field what we do is usually sometimes we forget to record the measurements. Okay, in the field sometimes we forget to record the measurements. So in that case you can do some calculation and you can find those missing measurements. So let us see how to do them. So first you have the four lines here and you know the length of this line L1 and L2, L3, and suppose you forgot to take a length of this line in the field. And bearings also you have taken. Suppose this is theta 1, theta 2. Bearing of this line you have forgot, but bearing of this line you have taken. So like this you have taken the measurements. Now whatever the two missing measurements are there, they can be calculated here. Okay. If it is a closed traverse, this is the closed traverse you can say, because starting point of the traverse is ending point of the traverse. So in this case what we have to do is we have to calculate the latitude of each line and we have to calculate the departure of each line. So once if you calculate the latitude and departure, okay, once if you calculate the latitude and departure, then you will get one equation here and you will get another equation here. But you know that sigma L equal to 0 and sigma D equal to 0. Okay, so as the sigma L should be, whatever these four values is there, that should be equal to, the sum of those values should be equal to 0. Whatever these four values are there, sum of them should be equal to 0. So now you have two unknowns here and you have two equations here. So you can determine the missing measurement, the missing two measurements here. So whatever these two missing measurements are there, they can be both lengths or both bearings are one length and one bearing. So remember that using this concept you can calculate only two missing measurements. Suppose if three missing measurements are there, you cannot solve them using this concept. Okay, so if there are missing measurements, you have to determine the sum of the latitudes and you have to determine the sum of the departure, and that you should make equal to 0. So we'll get the missing measurements. Then next one here is relative error of closure. So what is this relative error of closure is, suppose you have a traverse like this. Okay, you have a traverse like this, and here you can calculate what is the E value. Okay, you can calculate what is the E value. What is E here is E equal to sigma L square plus sigma D square. Okay, whatever the E value is there, that is the magnitude of closing error, that is E equal to sigma L square plus sigma D square. Then P equal to perimeter of the traverse. So if you know what is the error you have obtained and if you know the perimeter of the traverse, then you can calculate the relative error of closure. So this is like, suppose the error is 1 meter and perimeter is 1000 meters. Then you can say like relative error of closure is 1 by 1000. Okay, so 1 by 1000 means for the every 1000 meters you have measured, what is the error you obtained? 1 meter. Okay, so what is the formula for the relative error of closure? That is E by P. How to calculate that E value? Under root of sigma L square plus sigma D square. So this is about the traversing, and in the next video we are going to discuss the theodolite topic. If you like this video, please share it to your friends and please subscribe to our YouTube and Telegram channels. Thank you.